It's like a wall of sound. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's massive.
You can have a lot of stuff and really cake a track with so many instruments and so many sounds, and it can sound messy. But when you know what you're doing when it comes to space and how to actually fit certain frequencies, certain instruments in the right place and then mix it together, everything about it is just, it's just beautiful.
¿Qué pasa, familia? ¿Cómo estáis? Aquí George Five y mi amigo Quantz.
Hola.
Una vez más en el canal. Me lo habíais pedido un montón, súper contento de tenerlo aquí de nuevo. En el vídeo de hoy lo que vamos a hacer va a ser reaccionar al tema Tattoo de Loreen, la ganadora de Eurovisión, ¿no? Quantz me ha dicho que cree que es un buen tema para reaccionar y para analizar, y es lo que vamos a hacer. Yo ya hice un vídeo analizando mi top 7 de los temas de Eurovisión, en el que no estaba el tema de Loreen. Os voy a contar también el porqué. Para aquellos que no conozcáis a mi amigo Quantz, Quantz es un músico de sesión de la hostia, productor, todo. Tenéis el otro vídeo que hicimos de Beyoncé y uno hablando de síntesis, que también es muy guay. Y poco más, vamos al lío. Let's listen to the song and let's talk about music, right?
Pues, vamos.
Vamos para allá. So first things first. This, I already made a short about this. So there's this song called Flying Free from Pon Aeri that I think you've heard it before.
I've heard it before, okay. Yeah, recognize
so
it.
This is definitely, I'm not saying it's a plagiarism, but definitely it's like what? How would you say that?
They've definitely taken inspiration from it,
Okay,
right?
inspiration.
Yeah.
This doesn't mean that the song is less good or anything like that,
not at all.
but definitely there's an inspiration because it's not like a small melody. It's like almost like
the melody and it's the way the chords move, everything.
Everything. Okay, before Loreen starts singing and everything, let's talk about harmony or something.
So we're going to start here, an A flat minor.
Okay.
So B major.
B major, yeah. E flat
minor.
Minor, yep.
To G flat major. And as you can see, the way the melody's moving, it almost acts like sus chords as well. So that's what kind of gives it a nice feeling, because we're doing to sus2.
Yep, sus2,
so
yep.
From the minor to the sus2. Same thing on the B major, sus2, sus2.
Yep.
Same here. All sus2, you kind of switch in between the chord and then the sus2.
And sus2 is great.
Yeah.
We love sus2.
We love it.
And sus4 and every sus.
That's sus.
I don't know if you've heard the live version. The one in Eurovision, did you like it?
Let's just say it's a lot more natural.
Definitely, there's a lot of production in here.
There's a lot of production. I didn't hate it, but I don't know, what's your opinion of it?
I didn't got emotional with
the same emotion you get from the original track.
In this one,
Agreed,
you definitely get it, right? So
time to say goodbye until we meet again.
There's a lot of like reverb in this one.
And I think that's part of the reason why you're feeling almost like it's more ethereal,
That's
right?
it.
And it kind of really hits the heartstrings a lot more because the vocals are so present, and you're hearing the reverb and you're feeling that airiness of it. I think the emotion comes across a lot more in the track than compared to.
And I would definitely say that reverb is sidechained because you can hear the voice like in your face, but in the end of the phrases it's like going up,
Without
right?
a doubt, yeah.
'Cause this is not the end. It will come a day.
And everything is very like filtered on the back.
You can hear the delay of the vocals as well. It's kind of like, maybe it's a stereo thing, I need to listen again, but it's kind of like...
I would say it's stereo, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of delaying on both sides.
Violins playing and the angels
Well, there's a piano there that is pretty cool actually. Yep. Until here, we everything we got, it was very synth, very electronic, and this is kind of organic, like breathe, right?
Builds up tension. It's adding another element, so it kind of starts to build it up for the
because
chorus.
Because now we go to a pre-chorus. Yeah, definitely.
stars align, then I'll be there.
You can listen to the compression and that vocals, right? Like the threshold is.
It is in your face.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And now we go to the chorus, right? So yeah, let's go.
No one will care about about the more, 'cause all I want is to be loved.
Yeah, the noise on the synth, like the white noise,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
a lot. Very Swedish.
Yeah, very,
very
very
Swedish.
And all I care about is you. It's stuck on me like a tattoo.
And there's the hook. There's the catch. That is what's grabbing you. Yeah. That's what's grabbing. That's what's going to stick in your head.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah?
Because everything else is very melodical, like,
Exactly,
and everything.
exactly.
And then you go there and there's
Yeah,
rhythm.
that's what-
I don't care about the pain. I want to
Even
find
this.
it forever.
Yeah. So you got
And
two.
that build up with the kick
Exactly.
now going in.
To get closer to you. It's stuck on me like a tattoo.
There's so many elements of this which makes it the winning song, and I think that's the thing. We're just kind of breaking it down to kind of show all of these things have to come together, right? And they have to be such beautiful elements, and if they're all put together in the right way, that's when you make a song like this.
That's true.
you know?
And as we said before, all the school of Max Martin and all
Yes,
these kind
yes.
of like Swedish
Producers,
composers and producers that they really know what they're doing, man.
I'm letting my head down.
It's funny because when I heard the song, I thought this build up
Me like a tattoo.
was going to explode in something like Avicii-wise, like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of part, like
Yeah.
instrumental and everything. And instead of that, it goes down.
100%.
I'm letting my head down.
But it still kept the rhythm. So it's still got the 4 on the floor there, right? But it's pulled back. So it's almost got a kind of anti-drop kind of effect, right? Where it's building you up, but it's bringing you back. So it's still got the rhythm, but it's kind of come down a bit, so it has more room to get even bigger in the second chorus.
Yeah, and also the melody on this second verse is completely different than the first
Yeah.
one, which is something that we're used to on pop music right now, but it's cool.
It got my heart. Don't lose it, my friend. It's all that I got.
She's like dealing with this falsetto voice sometimes, and then going to the chest voice, and it's quite smooth. So
Yeah.
this is something that I felt on the live version in the final, that the falsetto voice was not.
It didn't translate as
Yeah,
as
exactly.
much.
That's what I mean.
And I agree, but it's one of those things that it is very, very, very difficult for a lot of artists to match their own production when the compression is so apparent. So, to give it that emotion, to give it that drive, so it is difficult, but at the same time, yes, it does, when you compare it, you can feel the difference
Yeah.
for sure.
Violins playing and the angels crying.
We're going back to this pre-chorus, right? There's not many different elements that compared with the first one.
There's probably some subtle things, like maybe there's some extra like string synths or something, some extra
Definitely.
harmonics I'm hearing in there.
Definitely.
And I find, again, another reason why a lot of these producers, especially from Sweden, are so good, because these subtleties really make a difference, and they might not be apparent to the ear consciously, right? But in terms of how it makes us feel, the emotion, it's giving that extra lift.
They
So
definitely
you
know.
won't notice it straight away, but it's there. A lot of these subtle changes,
No one will care about the more.
Listen to these toms on
Mm-hmm,
the beginning that is doing the same rhythm than the vocals, pa 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 pa.
Yeah.
But it just like give it more strength.
Exactly.
Let's listen to it again.
No one will care about the more. 'Cause all I want is to be loved.
It's like a wall of sound. There's
is.
a lot of
It's
stuff in
massive.
there.
It's
It's
massive.
massive.
But then this is, again, where the genius comes in, because you can have a lot of stuff and really cake a track with so many instruments and so many sounds, and it can sound messy. But when you know what you're doing when it comes to space and how to actually fit certain frequencies, certain instruments in the right place, and then mix it together, this is when you get a song like this again.
That's the most difficult thing in mixing and in producing, to know exactly
Where
where
things need to go.
exactly.
Yeah. Where the space needs to be.
Completely,
Well,
man.
And all I care about is you. It's stuck on me like a tattoo.
On the live version, I think it was quite high for her to sing it live.
Right.
So you can always, it sounded
Like
a
she's
bit
trying to reach for
peachy.
it.
Yeah. It sounded like a bit low every time.
I don't necessarily hate her for not bringing it down more, because the moment you change the key of a song,
Oh,
it changes the whole feeling of it and the whole energy of it.
That's
so
true.
maybe they just wanted to be like, no, we're just going to go for it because this is the emotion of the song. This is the feeling it's got. So,
Yeah, probably on even in the production, if they would change it with great vocals and great compression, it would not be the same song, definitely. There's some orchestral hits in there, like boom.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful song, very emotional, as you said, right? It sounds so massive.
It's huge.
This song, right? It sounds so massive with everything. Yeah.
They have the strings come in again. They're bringing back the kind of same energy from the strings, whether it's the melody, I'm not sure if it's exactly the same thing, but it's the movement of the strings that they had in the breakdown. So if we play the breakdown, so we're on there, right? Now go to the, exactly, now we go to the end of the chorus. Right?
That's very clever.
So it's all about, you know, in making a great song, it's all about finding these parts where you're going to bring in new elements, but how you're going to actually bring it all together so it's cohesive and it makes sense.
Okay, what do you think about the song?
I'm a fan. I said this from the first time I heard it, I said they were going to win. And I had arguments with some of my friends. I said, she is going to win with this song. And then not just because, you know, okay, she won before, whatever, right? It's in Sweden are always, you know, relatively popular. It is, in my opinion, the best song in the competition overall. Like the songwriting is amazing, the emotion, the production, the mix, everything about it is just, it's just beautiful.
My first listen, I was so suggested because of the fact that I've heard the other one so many times that it was like, no! But then if you think about it as an inspiration and you forgot about that, it is a great pop tune. Pues hasta aquí el vídeo de hoy, familia. Espero que os haya gustado. Dejadnos en la sección de comentarios lo que pensáis de esta reacción y lo que pensáis del tema de Tattoo de Loreen, que está dando muchísimo que hablar. Recordad darle al like, a la campanita y suscribiros al canal. Estad atentos también a las redes de Quantz, porque en breve empezará a subir más contenido. Lo tenéis todo en la descripción de este vídeo, así que muchas gracias, fuerte abrazo.
Muchas gracias.
Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo.
Chao.
¡Chao!